Hello everyone, my name is Decker Lincoln, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Panzer. On the last episode, I want to know, can you show me? I want to know about the day in your life. Everybody's awesome! I came to play Panzer Hearts, that is. Bright and early next morning, I'm back to the factory and entered the assembly hall. I had the same nightmare again, but there was a little difference. I think we are actually moving forward. The battle is still fresh, but at least I know it was some progress. Maybe things will get better now. I'm a squid, I'm a kid, I'm a squid, I'm a kid, I'm a skid, As usual, it's buzzing with action. Seeing Hans, I salute. Good morning. Hey, did you have fun at the movie? Oh no, that's Hans. Good morning, did you have fun at the movies last night? I heard The Great Love is awesome. Yeah, the film was great. And you can imagine the Minister of Public Enlightenment was there and gave a speech. I was sitting there with, yes, Colonel Agman and his daughter, I know. The factory might be huge, but news travels fast. I may even get a little jealous of you. Oh, no reason for that. It was just a fun evening. Now I'm here to work, sir. Oh, yes, today I have a special task for you. Follow me. We head out of the assembly hall. What was Hans gonna show me this time? Every machine we pass is running smoothly and at full power. The conveyor belts whir and the people shout and move the equipment. Huge splashes of metal and gas are transported by humongous cranes. A shot of heat strikes my face, molten metal being poured into casts. Finally, we arrive at another tank assembly area. Large pieces of machinery are stacked along its edges. Bastian, your task today is to assemble another tank. It's our newer model. Our pioneering engineers are pretty proud of it. I've been informed a large-scale offensive is being planned, and these tanks are needed at the front as soon as possible. Be as efficient as you can, and do not mess around. Understood? Yes, sir. I'll be back before lunch to help you if you're not finished by then. Oh man, I have to get this done before Hans comes back. I want to see the look on his face when I've done it all myself. Alright, well, this is easy. Fucking drag the shit over here. Drag the shit over here. Why did the fucking... Oh, wait a minute. Hey, what the fuck? Why aren't you aligning properly? Why aren't you doing it right? Stop it, damn it! Well, great. We didn't do it right. The caterpillar track doesn't fit. The heck am I doing wrong? I struck the side of the crane in a fit of anger. Why doesn't it fit? Bastian, you fool, don't tell me you're having problems with the caterpillar tracks again. Just like that Astrid's next to me. Of course, always here to pick up the fucking scraps. How does he always manage to pop up at the most inconvenient times? Shut up. I was doing a really good job until this piece of crap wouldn't get into place. Ah ha ha! You really are a fool, you know that? Jesus. Anyone with a bit of experience in those tanks could see those tracks are spitzes. They don't fit the schnauzer. You need to get the other tracks. How on earth am I supposed to get new tracks all of a sudden? Hans will be back soon. If I'm not done by then, I'll be humiliated. Well, we can always go to the other hall and get you the right tracks. Really? We can really do that? Yes, we can, but on one condition. Sure. We go to Mark Brunnen today. Yes, we'll go to Mark Brunnen. I'll buy all the ice cream you can eat. Deal. Follow me. Well, I sure hope the fucking boss's daughter didn't come out of nowhere. Astrid and I run through the corridor that leads to the outer hall. This way. Whoa, not too fast. That patient might even beat a snail. You're a few clowns short of a circus, ain't ya? Shut up and duck. What is it? Quiet, it's Hans and a protection guard officer. Protection guard? The most feared soldiers in the Empire? Quickly, let's hide behind the barrels. What are we doing? The fuck, man? We quickly jump behind the barrels just in time as Hans enters the corridor with the protection guard officer. Your uniform really fits you quite well. It's amazing that old outfit's evolved into this sleek design. I like it too. It's manufactured by the up-and-coming clothes factory in the Western Empire. They do a great job, and the owners is a devout supporter of us. His boots nice as well. I stop at the rocket factory, Sergeant. I might have to discipline you for that. Mm-hmm.
Ah, I apologize, sir. My intentions are purely professional.
I'll show you purely professional intentions soon enough. What's Hans talking about? He never talks like this. It seems they have a personal relationship. What is a protection guard officer doing in the factory? I might have an idea, but I'm not sure. Hans even sounds different. Let's just focus on what we're doing. I'll have to make a run for it when we have the chance. Yes, I really don't want to get caught with my pants down. Astrid takes a baffled look at me, but doesn't say anything. But back to the problem I mentioned. We might have to look at the storage room. Yes, let's see what the situation is in there. They head into a storage room at the end of the corridor, shutting the door behind them. Ruckus immediately erupts inside the storage room. It's our chance. Go! Let's go! We get up and start running towards the other assembly hall. For some reason, I can't just seem to shake the odd feeling that something suspicious is going on with Hans and the protection guard officer. They fucking. Oh, Jesus. The door to the storage room is just a few meters away. Don't fuck with it. Keep running. We dash through, making it to the other assembly hall. The weird scene quickly leaves my mind as Astrid gets right down to business. We're here. She brandishes to the space proudly, though I can't see why. Looks exactly the same as the hall I work in, complete with crane, machine parts, and caterpillar tracks. The only difference is a pair of huge doors dominating the far side of the wall. Okay, now we just gotta pick the right one and put it on a truck. Truck? I don't see a truck here. Oh, you're finally showing signs of intelligence. You need to go to the big doors and get a truck outside. I'll operate the crane and get the right caterpillar track. Alright, let's do it. Ashley goes to the crane's operator cabin while I run to the large doors. When I tug on the handles, they barely budge. I have to yank with my full strength a few times before just to get the doors moving. Hurry up, I'm almost done with the track. I got the doors open. Good, now get the truck. A truck stands outside right next to the door. I hop in, heart in my throat, and start the truck. I've driven a vehicle only a couple of times and I feel a bit shaky. I drive the truck indoors. Astrid's already grabbed the caterpillar track. All I have to do is back the truck up underneath it. Then with a thump and a bit of a joik, the job is done. Astrid jumps on the passenger seat and beams at me. Let's go! We leave the assembly hall, driving around the factory buildings towards the assembly hall we left earlier. The chimneys rise high into the sky, the thick smoke making the factory grounds seem dim. Beneath the smoke and roofs of various sizes, as far as the eye can see, trucks, motorcycles, armored vehicles, tons of automobiles race around, echoing through the alleys. The whole factory area teems with life. Reminds me of an ant colony, each worker meticulously and tirelessly carrying out their tasks. The view recedes, however, as we head inside the assembly hall. And this one's yours. I jump out the truck and Astrid immediately tells me what to do as if she were giving me orders. Bastian, take the Schnauzer track from the truck and put the Spitz track on its place. Despite being the same rank, I don't mind. She really seems to know what she's doing. I do as she says, post haste! I run to the crane operator's cabin and replace the Spitz track with the Schnauzer one. Now I need to get the track in place. Well, let's see if I can manage to do this properly. Holy shit, I did it. That's amazing. Next. Why do you have to do live streams when I'm at work? Because I wait. I wait hours. I wait and I plot and I make sure that you will never... no, seriously. It's an accident. I'm sorry. Good job, Bastian. I'll return the truck now before anyone starts to miss it. See you after work. Thank you so much, Astrid. See you after work. I walked to the tank, wiping my forehead. It took such a whirlwind to get her ready in time, but it was worth it. She's a beautiful beast.
And how you getting along, Bastian?
I jump. I guess my hearing is still recovering, and I had no idea Hans was right behind me. But just as suddenly a smile spreads over my face, I get to present my achievement to him. Sir, the tank is assembled and ready to go to the front, sir. Hans was suspicious.
Are you sure? Fully assembled?
Yes, sir. Take a look, sir. Hans walks around the tank and inspects it. He looks very closely at the caterpillar tracks and puts a hand on his chin.
Interesting, interesting.
I follow his path, delighted in his reaction. I even feel like teasing him a little. Everything okay, sir?
Yeah, remarkable. You assembled the tank fully. Perfect job. Congratulations, Bastian.
Thank you, sir. We look at the tank together. He knows we did something fucked up. Hans' eyes betray his amazement, and I join him in celebration.
She's a beauty, isn't she? Look at the sleek lines of her body.
I admit she is wonderful.
We call her...
the Schnauzer. Yeah, it's the Schnauzer. The Schnauzer, I know.
Yes, the Schnauzer. How'd you know her name?
Astrid told me.
Oh, Astrid told you? The little brat can hardly keep to herself. Oh, well, I feel relaxed now. I don't even feel like getting angry.
Why do you feel relaxed, sir?
Never mind that.
'Cause I fucked in the storage room.
Never mind that. You're to report to Colonel Ackerman after lunch.
Yes, sir. Every day with this shit. Hans walks away, his footsteps echoing through the hall. Well, that escalated quickly. Astrid has once again appeared behind me. How does she do that? Because you have inner ear disorder. You goofball. We hug each other and laugh. Aww. When I reach Conter's office, I find him silhouetted before the window, staring at the factory pipes. I can understand. The tirelessly pouring smoke is mesmerizing. I almost feel like I'm interrupting. A similar Bastion reporting, Colonel.
Oh, it is you, Bastion. I was just a bit bemused. You can relax. How did you like yesterday?
Sir, it was great. Conter steps towards me, his every movement radiating authority. His back is always straight, chin level, shoulders back, and feet pointed forward. It's impossible to find any insecurities in the way he carries himself.
Bastion, I appreciate your unwavering respect for conduct, but I must entreat you once again to relax.
He's one to talk. He rests a hand on my shoulder.
Did you enjoy last night? You can be honest with me, Bastion.
Of course, sir, very much. The movie was great, and I think I had a dream of the opening scene. It was so powerful. I have no idea how they did it. It looked so real. And the minister, what a speech.
They used miniatures for the scene where the plane crashes into the desert. I agree on the speech. It was very warm, very unlikely speech. The minister displayed real emotion last night. Even though we shouldn't get emotional in the matters of the Empire, emotions are still our advisors in the path of righteousness.
He knew what the film was about. Do you think he saw it beforehand?
Of course, he's the Minister of Public Enlightenment. He has to see all the movies before they go public. Come, let me show you something.
Conter leads me to the window. Oh, Jesus. Squeezing my shoulder, he gestures to the world outside.
Look out there. What do you see?
Workers walk across a small patch of land before the assembly halls. A couple of trucks drive through narrow alleys, and an armored vehicle is parked next to a wall. The factory buildings stand like giants around them. People working, and some cars, and the buildings around us. That's about it.
No, give me more detail. Tell me how it makes you feel.
Well, the people seem to be busy, some more than others. One man's just smoking a cigarette, and the other one is sprinting with a toolkit. There are guards stationed here and there, and they seem dutiful. They're not really doing anything, though. Guess they need a reason to have to act. Oh, and there's a cat. Not sure where it's going, but it looks like it has a plan. Not really looking for anything, just trying to go somewhere. I don't know. Cats might have a different sense of location and place than we do.
Very good. You describe well, but that's still merely a description. Can you tell me how the scene affects you?
I'm not really sure I understand the point, sir.
This is an order, assembler.
Yes, sir! The cat has a sense of direction and is clearly going somewhere, but where? I think the cat doesn't know, but it's simply better to go than stand still. There's a lot of people and a lot of action going on around the cat, but the cat doesn't really care. The cat just goes. The cat just is. The walls are high and the people are busy, but it makes the cat's position look almost like a trap. A claustrophobic maze. The sounds are loud and the walled scenery is in a constant motion, but I don't think the cat is stressed or worried. It simply is. I feel like I'd like to be free like that too. I wish I could be more like that cat. The cat that is. Conter takes a hold of both my shoulders to turn me back toward the room. He has a sincere, happy look on his face.
Bravo! You have a poet in you, Bastion.
Thank you. I just followed orders, sir.
I appreciate your honesty, son. It was great to hear your thoughts. Now, I have a question for you.
Sir?
Why do you think the cat isn't stressed? Because it walks in a calm manner and is graceful in its posture? Or because the cat is different from you?
That is a good question, sir. I don't know. But I guess I made the assumption based on the cat's looks. As you said, it moves gracefully, but I can't know what's going on in its mind.
Do you really think the same applies to people? Do you think the same applies to people?
Of course not. People are like me. I can see what they think.
Really? Then why don't you tell me what the workers there are thinking?
I see your point, sir. Even if a worker is running with a toolbox, it doesn't mean he's stressed or eager to work. Neither is a stationary smoker definitely dwelling on calm thoughts.
Do you remember anything of the battle you took part in?
I don't really remember too much. We were just entering the Kolendov territory. The storm captain gave us the order to recon enemy positions, and I volunteered. I think I went over to look into the possible enemy positions, but I can't remember anything after that. The next thing I know, I'm lying in a hospital bed.
That's quite enough. I'm going to ask you another question, and I need you to be completely honest with me. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Were you scared?
Sir...
Just be honest, Bastion.
I looked down, holding back tears. Yes, I was scared. I didn't want to be. I thought I wouldn't be. That was the only thing I wanted, to serve my country, to become a war hero, to make my mother proud.
Thank you, Bastion. Just one final question.
These questions make me nervous. Can I fail in answering them?
The other soldiers, your comrades, were they scared?
I don't know. They all looked like they were ready to battle.
I do not think that you looked like that.
Oh, I see. I probably did. You think they thought I wasn't scared?
Most certainly the bulk of them did. Bastion, even the bravest soldiers are scared. Bravery doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means acting even though you are afraid. And you volunteered. Don't forget that. It was a brave thing to do. You can be proud of yourself.
Yes, I understand. That makes sense.
There's a saying, all that is great stands in the storm. You do not need to yield, even if you're scared.
Yes, sir, that makes sense. Conter grabs both my shoulders, turning me to face him.
Bastion, do not ever let anything stand between you and the final victory. No matter how things are or seem to be, remember the ultimate goal. Remember the final victory.
Yes, sir! I'll always keep the final victory in sight, even when times are tough.
No matter what sacrifices you might have to make, remember they are for the most righteous cause, the prosperity and might of the Empire.
Yes, it's just like the minister said, long live the Empire, long live the Emperor, long live Anubis, let Anubis guide our way.
Yes, you have the right spirit, son. Dismissed.
I turn and head for the door. Just my hand wraps around the handle, Conter speaks again.
One more thing, Bastion. What you did today, to get the tank assembled, wasn't exactly done by the book, but it got the job done. Just remember, as long as you work for the final victory, your actions are blameless.
Yes, sir.
You're promoted to mechanic. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Every day we're getting a promotion. Man, I worked for 2 years at the same place. No promotion, no raise, no nothing. I barely get a thank you. I salute to Conter. He nods and turns back to the window. Close the door softly behind me. I wasn't meant to succeed, was I? So it was another test, but why are they testing me? And why weren't they angry I broke the rules? The colonel said everything is valued in light of the impact on the final victory. Building a tank is, I think, always a step towards the final victory, therefore I did the right thing. I guess they didn't see that coming, but it wasn't me, at least not me alone. Astrid helped. They must have seen that too. Was Colonel informed? I should be both obedient and resourceful when there's a need. I have succeeded so far, but what if I fail? Will they be so forgiving then? I step into the bright sunlight outside of the factory. At the same moment the bell rings, waves of people stream from the doors. I catch Astrid standing next to the bike rack and I head her way. Hi, Bastion. How you doing? Well, it's been an interesting day, but I'm great. Absolutely great. We did an amazing job today. We did, but you sound a bit off to me. Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine. Are you ready for Markenbrunnen? Yes, let's go. We get on our bikes and start pedaling. Finally, we're going to Markenbrunnen. We head east, passing houses, cars, trams, bikes, horses, and people. It's funny to see how the old and the new are come together near the city center. Markenbrunnen isn't too far from the factory, but we bike slowly, so it takes us some time to get there. We drift lazily through the streets, chatting and biking at the same time. We're not in any rush. How was the rest of your day? Nothing too exciting. Mostly maintenance and running errands for the latest order of the Spitz model. Did you hear they're thinking of using cast iron in engines? It's more reliable than aluminum and makes the engine more powerful. Oh, did not know that. But what we did today? That was exciting. Yes, it was. I can't believe we managed to pull it off. It seems I wasn't supposed to be able to build the Schnauzer today, but we did it anyway. What do you mean you weren't supposed to be able to build it? Oh, I mean the Caterpillar track of the wrong model. We did something out of the ordinary. I guess something we weren't supposed to do. Screw that. Screw what we're supposed to do. Who cares about that anyway? I just want to build cool stuff and get the job done. What could possibly be wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it. Did you have the meeting with the colonel again? Did he say something that put you off balance? Just a regular meeting. He congratulated me on the good work and gave me a promotion. I'm now a mechanic. What's your rank, by the way? Mechanic? You? You gotta be kidding me. You've got the same rank I do, but you can't even tell a Schnauzer track from a Spitz rack. This is a joke. It's not my fault that you haven't risen as quickly as I have. Asher stops her bike right in front of me, her face red and fierce. You think I'm jealous? Is that seriously what you think? Have you already forgotten who helped you build that tank today? You think you could have built that without me? Oh, sorry. That's true. I couldn't have done it without you. I've always thought that by working hard, anyone can achieve anything. I still believe that. Today was just a bit unorthodox, don't you think? I thought it was weird, too. Astrid turns her bike forwards and starts pedaling again. I follow her. Why was the wrong kind of track there to begin with? Hans ordered the parts, right? He would never make that kind of mistake. He's a factory sergeant. He's worked there for, forever. I mean, this might sound crazy, but I think the wrong track was put there on purpose. To test me and see how I would act in an unexpected situation, like in battle. There's always a plan when you go into battle, but when the battle starts, there are all kinds of things that can go wrong. The situation changes and you have to adjust. Maybe someone wanted to test me? Maybe. But why would you need that kind of skill in a factory? Things are supposed to run exactly as planned for maximum efficiency. That's what Hans said when he showed me the different factories of the Empire. Each factory has its own task to perform, and it can perform it even if the other factories aren't doing their jobs. Like a parallel circuit, you know? Astrid's eyes widen. He told you about that? Did he show you any maps or anything? There were plenty of maps, all kinds of other cool stuff too, like typewriters and weird machines. What the heck are they doing in that office? That's really cool. Maybe you could show me sometime? I can't. The door's locked and Hans has the key. I don't think I'm normally authorized to go in there. Hans just wanted to show me the maps so I could understand the bigger picture. That's really nice of him. Yes, he's nice to me. Astrid looks ahead and the smile appears on her face. We're almost there. I can already see the edge of the Markenbrunnen up ahead. The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Such reminds me of the history of the Empire. I feel the urge to touch the globe. Oh, it's a globe? Okay. Let's get that the fuck off screen. The Markenbrunnen Park is beautiful. The calm rushing of the water, the beautiful statues of heroes and heroines from fairy tales, the lush greenery surrounding it. Couples hold hands, children run around, the elderly sit on benches in the sun. Beside me, Astrid spins, a smile on her face. I'm so happy to be here with her. It's funny, even though there's a war going on, I don't feel scared at all, especially in a place like this. It's so peaceful and calm. It really seems nothing could bother us. And I trust in our Air Force and rulers of the sky, just as Commander-in-Chief promised. I hope you're right. I just heard our Western enemy's chief of the air staff state something like, they sowed the wind and now they're gonna reap the whirlwind. Sounds kind of scary. Astrid, what are you talking about? Have you been listening to the enemy's radio? You know that's a huge crime. I haven't been listening to the band radio. I'm not crazy. I just heard the phrase from some drunk soldiers at the market. I got scared and the sentence stuck in my mind. Reap the whirlwind. It creeps me out. Astrid looks genuinely scared. I put my hand on her shoulder, pulling her towards me. I'm sorry, Astrid. I didn't mean to blame you. I've heard some awful stories of people who got caught listening to the enemy's radio. The punishments aren't mild. So you've heard stories too? I've heard stories. You've heard stories. We don't actually know anything, do we? You're right. We shouldn't get carried away by hearsay. We should focus on what we know. And right now, what I know is I'm enjoying a nice warm summer afternoon with you, and nothing should bother me. I mean, look around us. It looks peaceful, and if it looks that way, it quite possibly is. At least it's much more probable than believing some stupid story we just heard somewhere. You're right. And now that you mentioned the nice warm weather summer afternoon, I gotta say, this is great. I don't know what all these statues are, but they sure look funny. Famous fairy tale characters created by the magnificent artists of the Empire. This place really calms me down. It's like all the old stuff here. It makes me realize, even though things are constantly changing around me, there are some things that stay the same. I used to come here a lot as a child. I think the only memory I have of my father is from here. The ancient furries. He carried me on his shoulders. I think I was 4 years old. I don't know if it's possible to have a memory from such a young age, but it's very distant. I remember the details, the people, even the smells. The city has changed a lot since then. Bastian, I'm so sorry you lost your father. But it's comforting that you have a beautiful memory of him. Thank you, Astrid. I don't really think about him so much, and sometimes it hurts. Sometimes I start wondering what my life would have been like if he'd been beside me. Sometimes it's just too hard. All those times I need to let go and do something. That helps. I think it's good you try to keep yourself busy, but you shouldn't forget about your father either. You're a caring person, and it's okay to feel. As you said, everyday life can be quite stressful. It's important to relax and think about the bigger picture every once in a while. Makes you realize life isn't just about the mundane struggles. There are higher ideals to strive for, too. Yes. Right now, the victory over Kolendov and the expansion of the Empire to the east are the things to push for. Well, of course, but I was talking more of the, shall I say, softer ideas. Like art, music, theater, movies, beautiful things. You mean like culture in general? Yes! The things that make us laugh and cry, the things that make us feel. But doesn't the Empire make you feel things? When I was in the cinema 2 days ago and the Minister of Public Enlightenment gave a speech, it was an emotional moment. And I think it was like that for everyone in that audience. Of course the Empire makes me emotional, but I think it's still different. I mean, art doesn't conquer countries. It doesn't spread like that. Art is peaceful. Art is an end of its own. But isn't the Empire also an end of its own? Isn't that what we're fighting for? Not exactly, or at least I don't think so. We're fighting for the final victory, aren't we? We don't get up every morning to go to the factory for the Empire. We do that for the final victory. Guess you have a point. But I'd still say the final victory is a means to an end, which is glory for the Empire. The Empire has been... Oh my god, all this fucking nationalistic shit is wearing me down. The Empire has been in the clutches of its neighbors for hundreds of years, after all. We need to expand our living space to secure a proper life for our people. Well, you sound exactly like the Minister. That film, the whole evening, must have been spectacular. I think it just makes sense. And yeah, I did like the film. It was very well done. Incredibly realistic. There was beauty even in the sadness it conveyed. Wait, you're not jealous, are you? Maybe. I guess I am. Yes, I would have liked to have been there. Did you have fun with the Colonel and his daughter? Yes, we had fun. Never, the Colonel's daughter. She was actually in the film. Isn't that amazing? It is amazing. Did she have a big role? No, actually, to be honest, she passed by quite quickly. But she said it was the most important thing was meeting the director and leaving a good impression. That's how she'll get bigger roles in the future. Colonel's daughter is in the culture business. She's conquering hearts instead of countries. Call her Nefer, and I don't know about hearts. I think she's just trying to start a career. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Nothing wrong. I just meant, ooh, look at that. And look, an ice cream cart. Oh, Jesus. Astrid points to the entrance of the park where a woman stands next to a cart. A hat covers her hair and she's wearing a somehow pristine white apron. Ice cream, cold, sweet, fresh ice cream. Pick your favorite from our famous flavors. You promised to buy me all the ice cream I can eat, remember? Well, now I want it. I can't stop grinning at Astrid. She's so lovely when she's bossy like that. Yes, let's get some. We run to the ice cream vendor even faster than we ran for the caterpillar track. I can't decide what to get. You decide, Bastion. Let's see. Vanilla chocolate, strawberry, coffee, maple walnut, and pistachio. The fuck? It just gets weirder and weirder. Chocolate cannot go wrong. Everyone loves chocolate. The ice cream lady scoops us generous balls of icy treat and sets them on cones. I pay and hand the other cone to Astrid. She looks so cute with the ice cream cone in her hand, I can't stop smiling. Thank you, Bastion. No problem. A promise is a promise. As we head to the center of the park, Astrid takes my hand. My body instantly stiffens. I try my hardest to remain calm. I very much like having her hand in mine, and I wouldn't want her to think I didn't. But my mind seems to be only able to process how different it is from my cold and clumsy one. We silently stroll around the main part of the ensemble called Pool Water. It's one large fountain and 9 small ones. 7 big frog statues spill water from their mouths. I point at one and mimic its face. Astrid laughs. I flush with pride. We go next to the arcade of 7 arches. It takes until the center of them before my ice cream is gone. I don't think I've ever eaten ice cream so slowly. Astrid's presence makes me disregard ice cream as a pleasure. The statues around us almost make me feel like I'm in another world. A huge stone bowl decorated with carved dogs' heads and a whole set of different animals from fairy tales. Look at the dogs, aren't they funny? It's funny that they put dogs' heads on human bodies. I wonder why that is. Dogs are a symbol of the Empire, so I guess it makes sense. Our tanks are named after the purest dog breeds, and even the Emperor has his beloved dog Beethoven. Dogs symbolize loyalty and the willingness to fight for the right cause. Oh, that was our line. Shit. I'm sorry. But isn't the right cause the one instilled by the dog's owner? The dog doesn't have any say in it. Oh, the dog has a say. Dogs are smart. They can tell right from wrong. Dogs get depressed if they get treated badly or are made to do wrong things. But if they're treated well, they're forever loyal and will stop at nothing if their master needs help. Isn't that the kind of character a good citizen of the Empire should have? Astrid lets go of my hand. I try to hide my disappointment. She climbs the fountain and hangs from the statue. What about crazy dogs? Say, dogs with rabies. Dogs that disobey their masters. What should be done with them? I guess, unfortunately, they must be exterminated! It's sad, but isn't that what has to be done? It's better for the dogs, too. Astrid stares at me with an intense, penetrating look in her eyes. She looks scary. I see. If something doesn't fit, it can be eliminated. How does this work in our metaphor? Should unused suitable humans also be eliminated? If you don't obey, are you to be disposed of? Astrid is angry. So angry, I feel a palpable sense of danger. I stare at her, wanting to argue, but I can't make myself move. I'm paralyzed. A sense of fear creeps over me, and suddenly the world changes before my eyes. Oh my god. Astrid rips the head off the statue she's perched on. Water, now turned deep, dark red, spills out of the hole where the head was. Statues don't look so charming anymore. It's like I've fallen into one of my nightmares. Astrid jumps off the statue and heads towards me. I want to run away, but I can't. She tosses the dog's head away as if it was nothing and takes my hand again. I snap back to reality and hope there goes gravity, prompted by the warmth of her hand and the cooling rain that suddenly started pouring on us. Astrid's eyes are tender. There's nothing left of the bloodlust I saw earlier. I look at the statue, but it's exactly where it was, as it was, a dog's head resting firmly on human shoulders. I'm sorry, all the killing just makes me anxious. I know we're at war, and I know sometimes we must do undesirable things to achieve our national objectives. I understand. I don't like the killing either. I guess I just don't really think about it now that I'm at the front. It doesn't feel like I'm killing anyone when I'm building tanks, but they're machines designed to kill. I just don't think about it. I think about it constantly when I'm in the factory. It makes me crazy sometimes. I don't want to kill anyone, but such are the times. I know I shouldn't be saying these things, but I feel like I can trust you, Bastian. Of course you can trust me! And don't worry, Astrid, it's going to be fine. Astrid pushes herself into my arms, squeezing me tight. Her body shudders, and I realize she's crying. I hold her tight as I can, fighting back tears of my own. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Damn. Damn with the emotions. The emotions, damn it. When I get home, I find Mom in her usual place next to the table. The sight brings me down from my dreamy high fantasy faster than a meteoroid falling to Earth. Mom lets out a painful cough and shudders. Where have you been? How am I supposed to live here when you come and go as you please? I have neither the energy nor the will to pay attention to her. Such a neglectful son. Sure, she's angry, but she's often angry. I go straight to my room and fall on my bed. There we go again. I lie down and think of my afternoon with Astrid. By the light of Hathor! I didn't see that coming. Astrid. I didn't think she would be so emotional. She seemed like such a tough girl. But those kinds of things are hard to see beforehand. One minute she's building tanks, next she's eating ice cream and crying about the harshness of war. How is this war affecting us? I never thought about the killing before. It's been necessary for the survival of the Empire, but now that Astrid mentioned it, could it be wrong? I lie in the bed for a long time, struggling to fall asleep. And when I finally do, I have a terrible nightmare. In the dream, Astrid is swimming in an endless pool of blood. She's screaming for help, but I can't move. All I can do is watch her drown. And then I wake up. After falling back to sleep, I'm back on the battlefield again. All around me, my comrades are hit by bullets and shells. I'm again frozen, only able to watch them die. The worst thing is when I look at them, they have no faces. They're faceless, nameless creatures whose only duty is to die. I don't dare fall asleep after that. Instead, I keep thinking, what are we fighting for? The final victory? The Empire's control over the whole world? I know that justifies everything, but Astrid's tear-stricken face keeps appearing on my mind. Oh, what a fucking downer. I mean, I'm a person who suffers with PTSD. Granted, I've never been a soldier, I've never been on a fucking war battlefield, but, you know, soldiers don't have an exclusive right to suffering. So thank you all very much for watching this episode of Panzer Hearts and this stream. I've been the trained unprofessional, speaking for the voices on my head. When I say, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!